Quick review of superposition if it's been a while or if you're not familiar with the technique. Basically, it's just saying that the net response of a stress state is the summation of any of the stress states that exist. So in this case, we have applied and residual stress states. So if we have 50 psi of tensile stress applied to a component, and we have 20 psi of compressive residual stress applied to a component, our net stress state is 30 psi of tensile stress. It's a lot of words. Wanted to kind of just show a quick summary application of how this might be used. So if we considered a landing gear on an aircraft, for instance, when this aircraft lands, it's going to put a very large bending stress in the strut of this landing gear. If we look at kind of the surface through half of the thickness of this landing gear strut, we have an elastic load. It's a bending load, so on one surface we'll have our peak tensile stresses. And if you were to trail the graph all the way through the material, you'd see compressive stresses on the opposite side. So in this case, with our elastic load, we can look at different residual stress profiles for this application. We have a shot peening residual stress profile in the green, and a laser peening residual stress profile in our red case. And so basically we have similar compressive magnitudes at the surface, and in depth the shot peening trails off very quickly at about 1/10 of an inch, and laser peening are at about 10,000ths of an inch, and laser peening gets out to about 100,000ths. When you use the superposition principle for the shot peening sample, although the surface stress has been reduced, the subsurface stress, tensile stress, is still very high. Right? So we would expect some increase in life from shot peening with this application. But if we look at our laser peening profile, we never go above our 200 KSI of loading. So at 2/3 of the stress, you would expect significant increases in the fatigue life. And if we look at failure probability plots, what you see is that the shot peening is expected to increase the fatigue life about 3x. And if you look at our laser peening profile for failure probability, we're at about a 15x improvement with laser peening.